Manage your money with Baroda M Connect Plus and make it grow. Bank of Baroda.
The other great visual artist you worked with is Sanjay Leela Bhansali, defining films like Savarya and Black. And he's the other extreme where you have the whole day and you maybe have one shot or two shots. How do you compare that?
So I was shooting Yuva. Yuva next day I'm going to, here pack up happened. Mani is saying I'm going to play golf, and me and Ajay Devgan was saying we are going to go to shoot. That's why we said we had to relax and shoot. He said, why you guys are working so much? So then we landed, and when I go there, Sanjay sir is very, very relaxed shooting this and that. So I was wondering why this man is working like this. But he is very, when he comes on short circuit happens, he says you can't shoot today. Short circuit happened. So he is very, disturbed by the thing. So in his studio, the entry also has to be correct. No, kachara should not be there. Cables running here, and he wanted set has to be. He enter into a set with a peacefulness. He is like that. So he can't take pressure. When I was shooting very fast, really fast.
Which film was this?
In Black. I was shooting really fast. They planned for a week that scene. That scene was planned for. I shot in one day. Then Sanjay Leela Bhansali got a doubt. This fellow is toking and giving. So he quietly printed the rushes and saw the telecine he has done and saw the rushes. Next day he came and hugged me and said, 1 week shooting it toppled, but fantastic it is. I had an experience of shooting very aram se. Now, so 1 week.
Which scene was this?
See, the current goes. Shehnaz Patel will come with a lamp, and she will take the bread and she'll eat it, and she'll push Amirji's down. So that, and then light goes and she comes with the candle.
Right.
And she asks, are you all right? And she says, yeah, I'm all right. And that one big scene is there. They run around, he try to hold her, she runs here and there, the darkness and all. So this happened within a day. I shot the whole thing. So he printed and saw and said, it's really nice and all. So he said, you will shoot like this. Yeah. Then he put more scenes and start shooting. But he takes his time to prep, and he'll rehearse, and he doesn't want anybody shouting in the set while he is rehearsing, and very particular about thing. So two directors are completely different. Both are visual masters, but both have a different way of approaching things. For me, it's a great experience with, lucky to work with both of them. But if I trained with Sanjay alone, I would have never able to do a Mani Ratnam film, because Mani's speed, you need to be really on your top of your game. Like, all Mani's cameramen were very fast. Like PC was very fast, and Santosh was very fast. So that is this energy is different.
Right.
But shot taking wise, if you see, Sanjay's shot taking is very symmetry and very very precise. Very almost artistically he does, and he doesn't go for outdoors much. He shoots mostly indoors. Nowadays he shoots mostly green screen and put the background. So he is even the Bajirao Mastani, that fight is indoor fight it is. So he could able to control everything.
Control
So he is doing everything in a controlled environment. Whereas Mani is out in the nature. So when you are out in the nature, you are in the mercy of the light, sunlight, and wind and rain and all these things, factors are there. That is why he should try to capture that moment very quickly, that before the light dies away. Now with the digital technology, now that LED walls are coming, I think Mani sir will become a little more easier to
where you can project
things,
and like it's almost like the earlier rear projection,
rear projection now,
but in a more sophisticated
way.
So Black began in a kind of a bad way, because like a little after the shoot, the set kind of burned down. Did the energy change before and after that?
Yeah, because all our equipments, everything gone in a lot of antique
It was an accident, right?
accident. So antique furniture. We went to the shoot. They were cleaning the floors with the lacquer polish and all. Somebody tripped some light, which is for the set decoration. They kept it. Some short circuit happened. Something happened. When we went there, it was already on fire. So we all really literally collapsed because a lot of furniture are got from somebody's house and all. It's all very old furnitures and all. So a lot of equipments also got spoiled. Lights, some 80 HMIs has gone, Panther has gone, Panther Dolly has gone. So there's like big mess it was. That building collapsed. The tragedy is it's the whole studio floor collapsed. It's one of the biggest floor in Film City in Bombay. So all these things happened. We stopped the shooting. And we were all assembled in Sanjay sir's house and we talked to what to do and all. And then they said, let's start again, put another set, start shooting. So it was little, but Sanjay sir films always had some fire issue and all happened. Now he is very particular about those things, careful about those. Because you can't control so many people, because it's not his mistake or anything like that. It is the whoever is coming, working and all that, we don't know.
So what is again, like we discussed the philosophy of Kanathil, what was the predominant visual philosophy of Black?
Black, if you look at the film, very few characters are there. So they live in a very big house, but they have, lost in that environment, in the vastness. Yeah. That is the idea. So everything has to be really big shots and scale, because it's not a song and dance film where you show the scale. So we wanted to bring that thing into that. As I told you, I was giving an idea of all white and this girl is the black, like that, all gray and white, and only this girl is black. And various ideas we were throwing, and we did test also. Finally, we locked to these ideas. Polished floors and really Shimla kind of place, and so snow, all these things. But even though this white idea, I used it in the hospital in Black.
Yeah.
So
because the Amitabh
portion in the hospital, it's all white, and she is only black. And so we used it. And another thing about this Black film is, we never thought it will be a DI, digital intermediate. So first time we are doing digital intermediate. Before that, not many people has done DI. So we thought how to do this, scan the negative, make it into digital format and clean it up, then put it back to film. Because that time film projections.
Yeah.
So it's so much a process. You scan the whole negative, then digitally correct it. From digital you bring back to negative, then you print it. So that was a process. So we took it to Australia, where the guy who has worked on Lord of the Rings to do the digital post work. But it didn't, it was too time consuming. There were too many months I have to be in Australia kind of thing. So I came back. Then Prime Focus guys said we'll do it, and so we started with them. And it was a very difficult process because that was the beginning of the thing. The technology is not as good as this, but we shot it properly. So we are trying to achieve what we shot. That becomes the issue, rather than enhancing it.
Right.
To get what actually when you shoot it, what you get it. Then at some point we thought we'll use from the original negative only to the thing. So that happened. Finally we got good results, what we decided. Not as good as what we would have envisaged, but that time technology, that was the best looking film we got.
Yeah, I mean, it looks spectacular, but what I'm trying to understand is, why did you say I need DI? Why did you decide you want that? Because you shot it, right?
We shot it properly.
So, there
was no need of DI, because DI was a new thing happened, so we can control little more certain things. Okay. Certain things we can control in the DI. Anything new, as I told you, I will jump into it. So I jumped into this. So first time when we are doing DI, let's see.
Did the DI help in any specific way where you're able to control, like say enhance some colors? What did you do at that point? Because we're not talking about the present day DI, right? We're talking about what 2005-ish, yeah. So yeah,
15 years back.
15 years back. What did DI help?
It was
you
a
with?
little primitive. All the DI, there's no. Now we see the film in a big screen. That time we used to DI in a monitor, small monitor, So the spectacular shots never looked spectacular in that small monitor. It was like watching Lawrence of Arabia in a mobile phone. So it had its shortfalls, but certain skin, that time lights will come from different areas.
Right.
So each light will bulb. If it is older, that skin tone will change. So today one light will come, tomorrow this light vendor will change, other will come, that will be a new light, so the color temperature will change. This consistency, we used to struggle a lot, I used to write in lights, Amitabh Bachchan light, Rani Mukherjee light, that light will be the key light for the entire film. That light will travel with me through the film, so that this light will put it for the face. Rest of the light will go in the background, but these two lights will stay for these two actors like that. So that the skin tone will look the same, consistent. That and all I could control. See, when the HMI light goes, little green will come, little magenta will come in the skin tone. So with the makeup and this, so to control all these things, suppose the wall on the light is too bright, I can't control while shooting.
Yeah.
Then it will be bright only. So in the DI I can make it darker. Certain colors, costume I don't like, I want to tweak it.
Right.
Certain red is looking predominant, so you want to remove the red.
So that is the first time you used.
Yeah, I used the tool.
Yeah.
So that is that became a very popular film in terms of look.
Right.
And a lot of cameramen wanted to do DI. Nobody wanted to try it initially. They all felt, oh, this film looks good. Then we can also take the risk.
Right.
So then they opened up everywhere in Hyderabad and Chennai and all started opening up. Before that it was not there.
Yeah, I remember being very struck by, by the look of the film because, I saw it at Satyam, which is the big screen, and right from the shot that really struck me was there's a party happening and there's this guy bringing one of those platters with the trays with a lot of wine glasses or champagne glasses or something. Glass. And he's moving, and there are, I think, Chinese lanterns, if I'm not mistaken, in the shot.
Different style of Chinese lanterns.
Yeah. So and the whole the color, the softness of the whole thing was, I don't know, it just felt so new.
Like a jazz singer kind of thing.
Yeah.
She will be singing.
Singing, yeah. So.
That's in the art director has put a lot of Chinese lanterns in yellow color, different colors. Very nicely constructed set. See that film, art direction was too good. Umang Kumar's art direction was very good. The floors were polished every time. So every night they will polish the floor. That's how the floor is looking so shining. So nobody can walk on that. They'll put a white cloth on this, cover it. Only actors goes, they'll pull it out. So pristine glass. Every glass window has been cleaned.
Yeah.
There's no dirt in those things. It is very painstaking job actually.
And you had an anecdote about how you shot Amitabh through one of those glass windows.
Yeah. So that scene, when we did a scene, Shahnaz Patel comes and talked to the Amit ji about the daughter. She said, I want to see my daughter. He said, no, you can't see her now. She is with me. She's forgotten about you. I want her to be alone with me so that we'll come to an understanding. That scene, argument happens. So the daughter can't hear also. No? So these people argue that in the doorway he closes, she comes to try to come in. But they were rehearsing, so I told the dolly guy, I was sitting in the camera, I said, just push me there so that they can see our monitor. So I put the suggestion shot. And I told them to put some light for the set was dark. So one light, some set light switch on, we said, and some light on. They put on light. That reflection I could see Amitji's face. So I turned this thing to Sanjay. Sanjay came and saw, oh, nice. Then Amitji saw. So they said, let's rehearse with this. The whole scene they rehearsed like that. And he adjusted himself and did that scene.
Right.
It became one shot. It was some 22 shots. The full day or to next 2 days we would have shot. But it came into one shot. So that worked very well for the scene.
Right.
So another scene where I would remember, Sanjay sir came and said, sorry sir, today we'll have to cancel the shooting in the afternoon. I said, why, what happened? There's a scene I have to shoot. You lit it for night, but I wanted an evening light. In the script it has to be evening. So we'll shoot tomorrow, no problem, he said. I was talking to him, my assistant Bose was there. I told him in Tamil, put that filter and a little cutter height, switch off these lights and switch on one light and all. I told him in Tamil, and I said, no, why, we'll shoot it, no. You need to order more light, no. I asked for daylight and all, evening light and all. I want that evening light issue. While talking, Amitji walked in. Somebody called him for the shoot because we were ready. Suddenly this idea came to Sanjay. So he said he was about to tell Amitji that we'll cancel. Before that he was asking me, should I cancel tomorrow, can we shoot? By then Amitji walked in, he looked at the set. I said, Ravi, what a beautiful evening light you have done. So Sanjay turned and saw the lighting is changed. He couldn't believe it. He said, sir, I just told him that we'll cancel the shooting today because he has to, but he said something in Tamil. While he is standing there, the lighting is changed and you felt it is evening. That is what I want the audience to feel. Right. Let's shoot the scene.
Which scene is this again, if you can remember?
He gives her a walking stick first time. That scene. You need a walking stick. He says, I won't be there all the time. You need this stick and all. So that scene. So we start off doing a night scene, but it has to be evening scene. That lighting changed within no time. So Sanjay was saying, another cameraman would have said, not possible. You would have ordered more lights. Another 2-3 hours lighting would have happened. But you said something in Tamil and before I could turn and see only, the lighting is done. Sir, I said, I come from a Malayalam film where we don't have
the
luxury of things. So we think everything within the given situation only. So
yeah. The other very challenging Sanjay Leela Bhansali film that you did, and which according to me is a very definitive Bhansali film, is Savarya. Very indoor film. You lit up practically everything. What kind of a challenge was that? And again, when you guys discussed the script, what was the visual, what did you say you wanted to do with this film?
So when I heard the script, I told Sanjay sir one thing. Sir, first film we are doing fully indoor. So, and this is a young romantic film, lot of songs are there. Can we shoot the whole film in handheld?
Right.
So, even when I after lit it, first day, I said, sir, can I shoot it in handheld? So he said, no. My film, people will come with an expectation, they want this thing. I will also feel uncomfortable. But I wanted to shoot it like a Moulin Rouge kind of thing. Camera moves and there's that full telephoto. The set is there in the background, but as not a wide shot. We don't show the wide shot. Once in a while you show. Otherwise the people are moving, cameras going through them and that kind of thing. I want to create chaos. But he was not for it. So he wanted very nice dolly moments, which is good for me to light it. Then we don't know how to light this.
Would you say he's a very classical kind of filmmaker?
Yeah, he is very, he can't topple him with unusual angles and all because he likes symmetry.
Right.
He is very, precision in everything, detailing in everything. He doesn't like these random shots. Handle he'll get thrown off. So he doesn't like those kind of films. His style is that, we can't blame him on that. So this set was huge set. Some 18 sets are there in the film. The whole film is in sets. So every set is some 200 feet length, that kind of space. So I don't know how to light it night. So we called for lights from America called Space Lights. We manufactured it here. We trained these guys to make it functional, how to raise it up, how to adjust it, how to bring it down, how to skirt it, how to filter it. Everything we trained during FANA.
Right.
I was shooting FANA. So in the Yasha studio they'll bring, we'll put it and see how many lights, then we'll calculate how many lights they have to manufacture. So we figured out a new way of lighting in that film, how to gel the film, make it look night and all. There's no LED lights, so you can't change the color temperature, colors and all. You have to put gel the film. So much of gel you have to buy and all these things. So all these things happened and we put the set. It came out very nicely. Rishi Kapoor walked into the scene. And we are shooting some dark, moody scene. He saw the set, he said, somebody is showing torch and bringing him. And he said, Are, there's no light. And you are shooting like that. Are you sure? Can I see my son's face in the film? Will it come correctly? And Ali was asking. I said, sir, it will come, sir. Okay. So, anyway, you guys make a good film, he said. So, that is the reaction he gave. Because when he walked in, his son's shooting, he saw only darkness. On half light he is sitting and all. So, he got paranoid. In fact, when I was looking at the frame grabs of the film, I find I shot a lot of silhouettes, a lot of darkness in that film. So one of my career best film for me as a cameraman, I would say Savarya, because I had in full control.
Undoubtedly, yeah.
Unfortunately, that film didn't do well, that's okay, but many cameramen years later also tells me about that. That is a good thing about that film. So sometimes, the films may not work, like Iruvar didn't work, but even now when I see it, I send a message to Santosh, how you shot it, and it's mind blowing. So that reaction, I get from many cameramen. That is the biggest thing, because not from the fans, it comes from the cameraman is a big thing, because they understand, they know the effort gone in to get that thing.
Right. What was the toughest scene in Savarya?
Toughest scene in Savarya, scene wise you are saying?
No, I'm saying even shot wise, because see, the thing is, one of the advantages of shooting in a set is that you have complete control over everything that you want to do. And you also said that Sanjay did not want chaos, he wanted a very, like a very tracking dolly kind of thing. So there was no, but even then, with all this, what was, let's say in terms of choreography or whatever it is,
See,
what?
There's a Japsutere Nena one song is there,
Right.
Ranbir alone in dancing.
Yeah.
So it's not a small room. In the room we had to do a song. And Sanjay is a master in doing songs in smaller places. Though he is into bigger sets, but if you give him a small place, he will do a song. If you look at even 1942 love story, Ek Ladki, that song, in the room only it happens.
Yeah.
So he is a master in that. In this film also, that song, he takes a candle and dance, he falls from the chair.
Right.
And all these things, he is very big master in that. Even there's a song where he writes a letter, and one wall is there. That wall is a full song. There's nothing else. She'll be singing and walking on there, but you get so many angles in that. It's unbelievable. We are used to multiple locations. For example, in South Telugu, Tamil cinema, one song means 3 dress change, 3 sets,
Right.
big sets, dances and all they'll shoot. But here this man is shooting one wall with one character and make a full song out of it. That is a mastery actually, because he is a choreographer, he is a musician. So he knows every beat, he is an editor. So he knows where he is going to cut, it's a gift.
No, but even from your point of view, from your work perspective, the same sets, you kind of, sometimes there is the ripples of the waves you see on the walls. Even though it's the same set, so there's a difference that you bring to every
scene.
The scene.
Same place will look different.
Different, yeah.
So even Ranbir's house, where he stays with this old lady, there's a piano and all. That house we shot in various moods: morning light, evening light, night, full early morning. Various moods are there. Recently also my assistant was called and he called me and said, who worked on the film, he said, when I rewatched Savaria, I was amazed how you thought all these things in one room. I said I get bored, like when there's a morning light, one same lighting if you do, every morning looks different for us in the house. So we have to do. He feel guilty about one scene. There's a curtain in between. He's ironing clothes and this old lady and him talking.
Right.
I really like the way it turned out, that thing. Even the Japsatirina, when he does this, that Mona Lisa picture comes up and caresses him.
Yeah.
So I didn't know how to light it. I told, just put a light, let's see a rehearsal and all. They put one light that looked correct. So I showed the frame, and one choreographer came. He just blew one wind, and it came correctly in rhythm, and we start shooting, and then we figured out the thing. But the lighting happened within one light. My assistant Neha just took it and just put it there, and for rehearsing the shot. But that's a perfect light for that thing. Otherwise, I would have killed it. So it came in correct mood, and it came and flown on him, and it is kind of touching him, and he is dancing with that curtain. It's a very interesting thing. It is a kind of a song in Dilwale where she is dancing with a towel. So that is the thing.
Yeah. Now, you're talking about songs. What is the most challenging things about shooting a song?
See, there's a very interesting question, very important question also. Because every Indian film has got 5 to 6 songs. How many songs you will do? How many variations you can do? You can't think of... So, songs are the most difficult thing to shoot actually. And a very interesting point once Mani sir told me, the song which is shot in one location, one costume, worked better than the multiple location, multiple thing. For example, Chaya Chaya is on top of the train. Rakamma Kayata to one location. Raja Di Raja, railway station. So if you take any song, Raja Kaya Vecha, one location. Like that, you take the best of the song, Choli Ke Piche Ke, you take anything, Ek Do Din, one set. So those earth-shattering songs, it's one location, one set. Like Michael Jackson, Beat It.
Yeah.
It's one location. Thriller, one thought, one location. So that always works. If you do multiple costume, they get thrown away. Like Chinna Ase, you may not remember visuals, because so many visuals comes and goes. But Rukumani, you remember the waterfall night. So you remember that song, because it is one costume, one location. So that always works actually. If you see any song, older songs, new songs, the songs which worked are in one location. So that is one thing. Fana, you said, no, Yakai Teri, one location.
Right.
So it always works like that.
I love that song because there is that Yakai Teri or Fana, that there is, I've never seen a nightclub song like that, a disco song like that, because there is such energy, like you said, they're wearing the same costume throughout, the same dancers, everything, but somehow the mix of the choreography and the cinematography and everything is just so fresh. And
so when they put the set, I went to the set, I told Sabu I want ceiling covered, because I want to shoot a lot of low angles. So he covered the ceiling, and we put lights and the tube lights on the thing, and we avoided
put tube lights on
the floor.
On the floor.
So we avoided the lighting on the disco lights.
Right.
So normally disco means there's disco light comes. We want the light to come from down. So it gives a very Star Wars kind of
right, almost like an alien effect.
Alien effect.
Yeah.
Star Wars floor lighting.
Yeah.
Or a space odyssey kind of feel it is. Light comes from down, acrylic sheet.
Yeah.
So that is what the idea is. So we shot that song with 12 frames and all, and ramping.
Yeah.
So that worked. On camera also we did those kind of things, and ramping and all. So it worked very differently.
Right.
So as I told you, like beach song, if you take beach song, we will see all the beach songs, what they have done,
Yeah.
we should not do. Same thing.
Right.
So that's exactly I used to do. I like when I shot a song called Idhar Chala Hai Udhar Chala, I told Farah like rain song everybody is doing. Rain stopped, the water stagnant, they're jumping over it because he's a kiddish kind of guy, this boy. She is singing, but he is a kid in his
Yeah.
thing. So he is going to jump into the puddle and all those things. So we did the song like that. It got a national award for her. So for Dil Chahta Hai, that Saif Ali Khan song, no?
Yeah.
We thought we'll scrap the song. We don't know where to do it. So everybody gave different idea. So Arjun Basin, costume designer, was saying, why can't we shoot the song in a theatre? They go to a theatre, watch the film, and it's become period, different costume, different sets. Interesting it will be. So I can show my costume also. And in Dil Chahta Hai, there's a joke. I don't show the leg. Most of the time I shot mostly mid and thing. So the chappals and all will never come. And they bought very expensive chappals for Akshay Khanna and everybody. Akshay Khanna size is my size. So I said, if it's not coming in the frame, it's mine. So I got 3 shoes actually. After the film got over, they gave 3 shoes to me. It's a very expensive shoes. So that's a joke apart. Like when we shot this idea, Arjun Basin gave this idea. So we went and started the song in the theatre. And we started shooting that. We never thought that song will become a big popular song. That became a big popular, and Farah got a Filmfare Award for it.
Yeah.
So,
But this also depends on the director's willingness to, like Farhan is saying, let's do something different.
Yeah.
How do you handle songs where the director is basically saying, I'm sure you've taken your fair share of projects where you just want to go and sometimes do a quick job, it's good money, whatever, because not every film can be this great artistic, thing, right? So supposing the director is just saying, I have 2 days, I have a choreographer, I just want to shoot a song.
that we shoot regularly.
Even there, do you try to do something, or do you?
We can't try many things here because then you are fighting many people.
Right.
If the director is not accepting the change, then we can't do anything.
So then you just say, I'll shoot a clean song.
Because you get paid, just take him to the destination. So, like for example, when it was flooding here, Chennai, my house is fully flooded. We are staying in the neighbor's house. I can't contact anybody. There's a shoot happening in Bombay. I can't go for Excel films. So then water reduced, somebody's phone worked. I called. They said, tomorrow we are shooting. Can you come to Bangalore? From there you fly to Bombay. I did that. When landed in Bombay, straight went to the set, start shooting. That is Kala Chashma song. That became a rage. Song became a rage. And so sometimes you don't prep, but you go, but the team worked already, the costumes and the look. Then you go and shoot it in a different way. It worked.
So what is a different way for you?
So see, what happens is normally choreographer comes from another shoot.
Right.
So they come from one shoot to another shoot to another shoot. So they have a set of tricks they play to finish the song in a certain way.
Right.
So that is the Jimmy Jib, one steady cam going in between and up and down, Jimmy Jib going up and down, like that they keep doing. So when you do that, song will get over. If you divide the shot, conceive something new, it takes time.
Right.
So first thing you go is throw the Steadicam out or a Jimmy Jib out. So their tool is gone, then they start thinking on their feet. Now they are in a fix because cameraman has come and thrown the Jimmy Jib out. Now they can't go up and down. Then they are screwed. Now they'll think. Then you think with them. Then you can come to an idea.
That's brilliant. You take away tools so
Tools,
that they think.
then they think.
Yeah.
So otherwise what they do is,
Yeah, because I think it's also because everyone knows that time is money, so they all want to finish things.
not that, see, because most of the choreographers, are shooting another song.
Right.
So from another film they are coming, but they don't know our story of the film.
Yeah.
They don't know what is the surah of the film, what is the rhythm of the film,
Yeah.
what is the... See, in Kannathamittal or Yuva, you can't do an item number kind of dance. This film is different. So we have to guide them,
Right.
as collaborate with them. In the sense, say for example, Hamma Amma song in OK Janu. I went to see the choreography, and choreography was happening. And Vaibahi was choreographing, and she was doing little more erotic physical movement. She thought they're lovers. But at that point of the story, they are not lovers.
They're not yet loved, yeah.
So it should be fun. It cannot be erotic. It's not a bedroom song. So I told her that. Oh, she said, oh, I thought they're lovers already.
So that continuity thing is...
Somebody else should tell this thing. Otherwise, choreographer, big choreographer, choreographing, you also look at it nice only.
Yeah.
But the story...
The mood is...
like you said about Maniratnam, how a story goes into the track, the songs, how when they're dancing, the reactions he uses, it's like that only. It's not group dance is happening in Guru kind of film or a Bombay, but these two interaction will be the focal point. That is what important here. Here the dance choreography happens something, because it's a big choreographer, you won't say much to them. Vaibahi is a friend, so I could able to tell her. So then she recomposed it a little bit differently, and that song we shot.
Right.
So
that's amazing. Karan Johar once told me something that you told him. He said, Ravi K told me that the camera should move when the character moves or when the character's thoughts move. Can you explain that statement? Do you remember making the statement?
Yeah, because Karan's film always had initially, any emotional film, Hindi cinema formula it is.
Right.
To one emotion comes, and camera goes.
Yeah.
So all these things happen. So in My Name is Khan, whenever he says camera moves, I said no, Karan, don't move it. You can hold on an actor because he can perform. You don't need to move the camera all the time to create an emotion. If a bad actor only you have to do. If you are a good actor like Kajol is there, Shah Rukh is there, they will perform. They will just be there. When they move, you will move. When they come closer, you also move and create a drama. It's different. But when somebody is standing, you keep moving the camera, makes it usual. Audience will predict.
Right.
Now they are going to put la 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 the track.
You're talking about things like zoom and all that.
No, track into the.
Okay.
One sad thing is happening. Somebody says something, some line, they walk out. Camera moves to them.
Oh, like that.
Charging to them.
Yeah.
Manoj Shyamalan said very interestingly, if somebody is thinking, you show their back and track to them, it creates what is he thinking? That thing. If for a classically, if I say Dark Knight, the Joker is standing in the thing, his back shot is there, camera moves to him. So you don't know what is he thinking. He has made a decision. So every track gives a different meaning.
Right.
Because
he's stationary at
stationary,
that point. Yeah.
Even if you track in the sideways, indecisive. If he's go straight, is confused. Like that, there are many cues audience will get.
Right.
That's what he has studied. He has got a theory for it. Manoj Shyamalan has got a theory about it. So he wrote about that in American Cinematographer, in that second film, Unbreakable. Unbreakable is one of the finest film, I think. So in that camera moves, he was talking about it. Right. So Karan, I told Karan, if you move the camera, either the character moves and you move, or don't move unnecessarily, so then it gives a different feel.
Right.
So when I did My Name is Khan, it is very unusual Karan Johar film. Strangely, we got the biggest nomination. I didn't get a Filmfare or anything nomination, but we got the biggest nomination, Camera Image nomination. Camera Image is in Poland, is one of the festival. Only Indian film that 25 years been nominated. It's like getting an Oscar nomination for me, because it's voted by only cameramen, not normal cameramen. World's best Oscar-winning cameramen are the members of the jury, like Vittorio Storaro and Janusz Kaminski, and those kind of people are in the thing. I got nominated among Inception and Black Swan and all.
Amazing.
Darren Aronofsky has seen My Name is Khan. So that festival, but nobody knew about it. And nobody even bothered to write about it. But it's the biggest camera
That's
images.
when you should call me and say, do a thing. That's why we exist.
The 10 years back, this was not there.
Okay.
That was 2009.
Right.
10. So I think that time Film Companion was not there.
Yeah,
I think.
not there.
So, but they didn't write about it. If you tell somebody you are a cameraman nominee, it's a big deal in the cameraman internationally, because it's only cameraman's award. There's no other award.
Right.
I got a Golden Frog nomination for that, but I didn't get a Filmfare nomination also here. Like Dil Chahta Hai, I didn't get a single nomination actually for me, but that work is staying alive. So that's okay. But what I'm trying to say is, any good work, any different work, people don't immediately recognize it. I saw Tumbad, I thought it should have got a national award.
Amazing.
It's fantastically shot. So the many things are there. Like a lot of Godfather didn't get a nomination, Seven didn't get a nomination, or Fight Club didn't get a nomination for cinematography. So all the greatest films didn't get nomination also. Like my best work, everybody keep talking about Dil Chahta Hai also didn't get a nomination. So sometimes it happens.
No. So explain to me the second part of the statement. So the first part is you're saying if the character moves, I'll move my camera. I won't generally move my camera if the character is not moving, right? So if stationary.
No, if there is a meaning to it, then we'll
Right. But what is the thought thing? Like what if the character moves or if the thoughts?
Because he's thinking something.
The Joker example.
Joker example, I said. If he's making a decision, you move the camera in a certain way, it creates an audience mind.
Okay.
If he's confused, if you go in a sideways, he is confused.
Right.
If he's made a decision, like then camera moves in a different way, it creates a different, because they are cued to that thing.
Right.
In their mind. So
subconsciously you create
that thing. So that is what it is.
Okay.
So sometimes trolley preempt also. Before the actor moves, the trolley start moving, then they move. So in the editor you'll have to remove it, otherwise it will look a jerk so.
I want to talk about two more Tamil films of yours, but before that, I want to quickly cover one of my favorite films of yours in Hindi, which is Amol Palekar's Paheli. That was a fable, and it was earlier made in a very different style by Manikal and Duvidha. And this was done in a very folksy, folk art kind of style. Again, what did you and Amol Palekar say? Like obviously, the roots of your palette are coming from the stories genre.
Yeah.
But beyond that, how did you guys decide you want to approach this?
So I was approached by Amol Palekar for this film after Black is just finished. Black release on the same day we are starting this film. So I couldn't take the phone calls. That's my regret, because at least I could have heard some people call, like PC Sriram calls. I can't take the call because Sing Sound we are shooting. So that kind of situation happened. Anyway, so that film when we started, Amol Palekar is very clear because he's a multiple national award winner and is an actor, a theatre personality, and great personality as a person also. Then he told me this is the folk story and we want to make it very magical in its own world. So we don't want to shoot in Rajasthan, we'll shoot the sets here and shoot only few shots in Rajasthan. So the entire film shot inside a set in Bombay. Even the desert we shot in the set where Amit ji comes. We put the set in the helipad because Amit ji gave 2 days guest role he was doing. The Milo, that camera we have to get this for this dual action because Shah Rukh Khan comes and CG and all that. Right. So to bring it to Rajasthan is a big deal. It will take a week for the Amit ji's thing and all. So here means Bombay, anything goes wrong we can. So we are thinking how to do it. Then we created a set on the helipad. We put sand all over and dunes and put some camels here and there.
My God.
And we slightly overexpose the negative, so it's like blazing heat feel. That's what we shot. If you see the film, you will not know unless I tell you. So we didn't shoot in the desert. We shot the desert in the outdoor here in Bombay. That is one thing. And also the sets are exact replica of the original building. So we went and saw the houses because it's all in a small lane. We can't take Shah Rukh and all there. So we put that set here. So, and I was first time after Black, I'm doing DI, another film, and I want to shoot in Supertharif. Till then we were shooting CinemaScope, anamorphic format, and spherical we came shift to this. So we got lensing is different. So it looks so negative. Looked so, I was also overexposed and bleached out the background so that it looked like the Rajasthani heat. The sunlight also very hard light I was using, unlike Black, and it's warm tone and golden light and all this. So it looks so exotic. A lot of cameraman friends like Anil Mehta and all really loved the work. We always talk about that, the visuals of Pehli. And the other day, somebody was telling in the National Award also, in Black and Pehli came together. So both got nominated in every award function. So I was only few of the one or two cameramen only before that has got Filmfare twice nominated in the same year. And so that kind of work it was. So the colors we used, and I told Amalji, like, I'm not going to go dark visuals because it's a fairy tale. We don't need to go darker. We make it more exotic and very, like book. When I open an exotic book, you get visuals like that. That kind of thing we'll do. So we shot Rajasthan also, exterior also like that, very exotic trees and that dolls are speaking, the step well, all these things. So we shot very, very early mornings and late evenings. So Shah Rukh has an habit not coming in the morning at all. He always comes around 12 o'clock because he can't sleep in the night. I forced Shah Rukh to come at 7 o'clock and he came and did that film. So that's a very exotic film actually. Every frame looks very interesting in that one.
What about the film that you worked with Murugadas, Yeram Arivu? Did you carry over, I want to know, is there a Hindi cinema aesthetic versus a Tamil cinema aesthetic that kind of happens, or it's just depends on the director?
It happens because, see, the Hindi cinema works very, very well planned. Tamil cinema never works in plan. So everything goes on its own route only. So nothing we can do about it because it's a system, believe in that.
Right.
Films are working in that style, so we can't question that. That is a conclusion I have come to because over the years of trying, it didn't work. So even Murugadas tried. Because he has worked in Hindi film, he need not worry about anything. Here, everything they will come and ask him. So that system has to change. We can't change these people. They work like that. Let it be like that. So I come to that conclusion. So when we did Yeram Arivu, it went for 2 years, of course, because of various reasons. So the shoot almost this Diwali release became next Diwali. But initially we had this huge plan of this period setup.
Right.
Then the writing it was reduced because it has to be a smaller one in south, and he goes to travel to various places and reach China. That portion we went to China and saw the locations, but it didn't work there. Economically it didn't work there, but great places are there. So we took some stills and came, and we saw some similar kind of place in Thailand. And economically it was correct. So we went and shot in Thailand, the whole thing. And that sets are terrific in that Thailand set. The local art director did it. Superb sets they made. That film would have worked in a very big way, because a lot of people loved that film. I don't know, it didn't work the way it should have worked, like Gajini or anything, like Tupaki. But it's a very interesting thought. idea wise.
Right. So did you choose to do something like, because typically when people do these philosophical, mystical kind of films, they try to make it more exotic. Did you kind of say, I don't want to do that?
We did only in the foreign portion like that. When we came here, things went different tangent. So it didn't, we couldn't get the consistent look for the film. I failed in that look. I could able to achieve what in the first period only. After that, I didn't have any control over the visuals in that film.
Okay. I mean, why do you say that? You didn't have any control?
The system of working.
Right. Okay, that's
as
what
I told you, because there are certain people work in certain situation. I couldn't work in this situation. So.
Right. What about something like Boys, which Shankar made, and he's known for his grand films.
Yeah.
And this has one of those, that song Ale Ale was shot with, how many cameras was it again?
60 cameras.
60 cameras. So how did that idea come about?
So that film, Boys, came as soon as I finished Dil Chahta Hai.
Right.
So
wow, that's like a...
Yeah, Boys, Kannathil Muthamittal, Dil Chahta Hai.
Right.
Dil Chahta Hai, Kannathil Muthamittal, Boys. So when we went to see location, Kannathil Muthamittal is in Devi Theatre is running. So we went to see the theatre location. We opened the door and me and Shankar were looking at the Nendil Dil song in a big screen, and we were close to the screen. Shankar sir is superb, sir. I'm really happy that you are shooting this film and all. Like that visual actually impacted. So we came out and the Boys, when we did, he wanted the Arjun Basin to do the costume. So Sabu Cyril was working in as a art director and all. So we all worked together now. I had this idea of this 60 camera thing for Marudanayagam.
Okay.
First time I read about it in American Cinematographer, one guy has tried this technique and it sounds very interesting. So we wrote to them. That time Hotmail was there. So Kamal sir and all wrote to them, we contacted them. The beginning of the first shot of Marudanayagam is with this cameras, 60 cameras
60
only.
camera setup.
That is a plan.
What is that magic number 60? Can it be 50, 40, anything?
No, 180 degree
Okay.
of circle. 60 cameras is with 3 inches, 3 3 degrees thing, 160 degree. That's all it is.
Okay.
So 60 cameras is 120 cameras will become 120.
Yeah.
So 180 degree will complete. So this thing happened. So this camera, we wrote to them for Marudanayagam. So I told this idea, and he wanted to use that immediately. So we where to find it? We found it in Australia. Somebody is doing. So we thought of going to Australia to shoot. We went there to shoot, and the 60 cameras is a painful thing to fix it, because all the cameras has to be online. Also, it's not a digital camera; it's a film camera.
Right.
So when you click it, some lens will have flare, but it will look like a jerk, actually. So the light has to be almost topish light, so that it will not hit the light. So morning light you can't shoot, evening light you can't shoot. One camera will get flare. So we had to shoot literally top light to get this thing correctly. Now you can clean it up in digitally. In those days it was a problem because it's film. So every click, that frame you have to take it and match it with this film camera's frame.
Right.
So 60 cameras are there now, sir. 2 cameras are kept over our cameras in the edge. So their action will be movement. This is frozen.
Right.
So they showed a show reel. Shankar loved the show reel and said, whatever in this, I want. They're throwing water, they're throwing flower, horses are jumping, blast happens, everything you want.
And there's the frozen...
Frozen thing. Everything is, whatever they had a show reel, what they could do, we used it.
Okay. But how would you use something like that in Marudanayagam? I mean, this is a song and that...
In Marudanayagam, the narrative it comes.
Okay, don't tell me that particular narrative with a spoiler, but how would you use a technique like that in a dramatic sequence?
You can use it. Somebody getting shot.
Oh, okay, like a Matrix kind of...
bullet is there.
Right. Okay.
Leaves are flying. You go through somebody.
Okay. Okay.
So you can
Yeah.
shoot anything.
Yeah.
Somebody's
No,
throwing
I
a
was just
knife.
thinking that it's
Somebody's
so-
throwing a knife, and people are running.
Yeah. Now I get it.
Leaves are flying, and the camera goes around the knife and comes to this guy. Do
Yeah.
many
That
things.
makes sense. Yeah. When you work on a film, being directed by another cinematographer, like Rajiv, you worked on Rajiv's films, Minsara Kanavu and Kandukandi. Is there a challenge or a conflict, or is there because both of you are trained in a certain way?
See, that's very funny thing. One of my friend also said, when Rajiv directs, he forgets he is a cameraman.
Okay.
He switch off that. So you are thinking Rajiv is going to come up with a fantastic shot now, tell you. He won't. He is not bothered about that. He will tell you on cue and he will go and direct the actors. So he is not bothered about where you put the camera, what lighting you are doing. So he will not come and, because we know what Rajiv likes also, he light it. But basically, one cameraman from Bombay came, he thought Rajiv is directing an ad. He's a legend. What are you going to tell me? He's going to tell me a very precise shot where the light is windows. So he thought he will learn something. But Rajiv was not even talking to him about that. He said, this is the scene. Okay, they are coming. He started directing the actors. He was left alone. That is what Rajiv has done. Rajiv is saying, once you start thinking about camera work, then you are not concentrating on the actors. Otherwise, you should shoot it by yourself. Now he has started shooting himself, so he is finding it easier. You sit in the camera, you talk to the actors, start shooting. Now you don't have to look into the eyepiece and all. You just operate it with the monitor.
Yeah.
So you are directly talking to the actors. So it's much more easier.
But is it really that much easier? Because the thing is, because you also have to kind of
it is
focus
easier.
on the camera.
No. See, Govind Nihalni has made Akrosh and Latsati and all.
That's true.
Balu Mahendra has made
And this is in the time of
film time.
Film,
And Baluji Mahendra has done so many films.
Right.
Muntrambari, Balu sir only
Makes
shot
sense,
it. So it's not tough at all.
Right. Okay.
Classic example is one guy who never shot before, shot a film and won an Oscar for best cinematography and directing is Alfonso Cuarón,
Yeah.
Roma. So first time he is shooting. And he won an Oscar.
Yeah.
And he won a camera image also. So
Yeah. Finally, what is the next challenge that Ravi K. Chandran is taking up? You've told me that you're a gadget freak. Is there something that you're really itching to try out in terms of the next film you're going to take up?
see, actually, after this post-corona thing and all, I don't want to kill myself unnecessarily for this kind of commercial films alone. I want to do films which is a little more, like in between I did a bit of a commercial film. So
right.
Now I've stopped doing those kind of things. I'm going to do films which is close to my heart, and smaller films which has no, tell stories.
Right.
Like a Malayalam film, Kumblagi Nights or a, Angamali Diaries kind of films I wanted to do, 25 days, 30 days shoot, do a smaller films. So I'm actually looking forward to do films which is smaller and close to the art, not get into a big tamjam film.
But is there anything that you're particularly excited about trying out in terms of cinematographic technique?
See, there is a film I'm talking to Lejo Palliseri, and that's a technically sound film. So once it's announced, it will be.
Yeah.
So I'm quite excited to shoot a film with him, because I only called him and said I want to do a film and even Jayaraj, Malayalam director Jayaraj also said we should do a film now.
Right.
So because they're all friends and I haven't done. They all think I won't do a film like Malayalam and all, but I would love to do smaller films. Like I would love to do a Vetrimaran film,
Right.
or a Sudha film, those kind of films I need to do, because where you can do something different. They are doing very good films, so I would love to be part of this films.
Great. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
this masterclass. It's been amazing learning so much from you, and all best wishes from
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hi, this is Ravi K. Chandran, cinematographer. If you like this video, please subscribe Film Companion South.